Good evening, everyone. I am Max from MinMax in Excel, and I hope everyone's having a great day or evening, morning, whatever it is for you. I hope it's going good. We are back with a continued analysis of Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and I am tired of trying to figure out everything with reload for the time being. So I want to go ahead and just make a kind of damage calculator that will include everything except for reload, right? And so I'm kind of basically going to take this and I want to expand it to include my crit chance and my crit damage. I'm not going to include anything with reload. I'm going to include your total per weapon bonus and also your kind of total all damage bonus and then your total like tag bonus. And in between all of that, I should be able to calculate everything pretty accurately all the way down to, kind of DPS. Now, I do want to call out this isn't how DPS is calculated at the end of each one of your dives, because that is kind of basically your total damage done divided by your time. And that can be more skewed because if it actually takes longer to kill things, you don't get as much kind of total damage, right? But if you're one-shotting everything and you're like flying through the levels, your kind of DPS that's reported in the game is actually going to be lower. But I want to help to understand for each one of these different guns or each one of these different weapons, what's doing the most damage per bullet, per shot, per like at the end of the day, like average DPS, like your total output. I do also want to have a accuracy modifier, which would just kind of basically kind of divide that out. But anyways, that's the goal for today. So I've already kind of played around with this just a bit, as you can see here, and this is me trying to track kind of different types of outputs. But I basically want to take what I have here and just like reformat it, and I'll try to make it fit on just one screen. So I've also been told that zooming in is really helpful. So also I had this kind of general damage calculator with how I've been trying to figure things out, and this actually might be a better start for us. So basically we want to have our base weapon stats. So I'm going to go ahead and make a new column to the right here, and I'm going to clear this out, and I'm going to make this reload speed, or I'm gonna call it speed. That's fine. So the question is, do I break this out into individual columns like this, and then I can kind of total going across at the bottom? But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to try to update this to say the kind of DPS calc. I'm going to get rid of all of this extra analysis that I was doing to try to figure out everything with reload, because it's super wonky. Just want to make sure that I'm not grabbing anything that I care about down here, which I'm not. Delete columns, and I think there's other things down here that I also would love to get rid of. So let me just I'll get rid of all of these, and I would love to like consolidate this down, because I don't really need individual columns for this, as long as I'm appropriately accounting for it vertically. I originally broke it out like this because it was easier for me to play with the numbers, but I think what I'll do is I'll go ahead and say this is my this is bullet damage. I don't really want to call it bullet damage because it's like yeah, I was gonna call it damage. It's alright. So I'm gonna start with the GK2 because I know that it's well, here I should probably make this blank for the time being, but I know its base damage is 35. I know its a base fire rate's that. I know its base clip size is that, and I know it's a reload speed in seconds is 4. Okay, and this will be for my other 4 like weapons, right? So I'm just going to delete them for now, and then we'll add them in, okay? And so my damage, I know that my damage gets calculated correctly, and I also know that this feels weird, like this 148 here. It is my kind of character upgrade, right? And so I'm going to go ahead and pull the game up so I can start displaying exactly what I'm talking about. And it's a great game, by the way, if you haven't had a chance to play it. But if you look here, my kind of base damage is an extra 48%. And or you'll see this in the game. This is the number that actually displays on the far left as your all weapon bonus. I figured this out as well. And so I think I'm going to go ahead and put in my crit chance and crit damage as my base here. So it's 12 and 48. So let's say 12% and 48%. And then I have not played with the types of bonuses that I can get here, and like what it, like kind of how it gets calculated, and so we're gonna have to play with that. How does it affect damage? I'm probably going to leave this out for the time being because it's not the direct damage. It's the kind of damage over time, and I truly want to kind of focus on the direct damage for now. And I believe there's no fire rate. Oh no, there is a fire rate. It comes from your a kind of pod drop thing. If I get that ammo box, whatever it's called. Let me see. Is it in here anywhere? Let me see. I don't see it. I thought it might display it here. Well, it's a it's one of the things that kind of drops in the supply drops. But I'm not going to include that for the time being. I think crit chance and crit damage is going to be kind of vital to include. And then your specific weapon upgrades. Again, I'm not going to do anything with reload speed, so I'm just going to make this gray. Fire rate, I think I can do. I'm going to make it yellow because I'd like to try to figure that out. I think this is green, but I will confirm it on this playthrough, hopefully. And then crit chance and crit damage, I can hopefully confirm as well on this playthrough. And then this is going to be my individual bullet damage, right? And like, I know that's a whole lot. That's a whole lot just to get to this number right here, right? It's going to basically all of these things plus these things. It's all of my upgrades that I've gotten, right? And so this is basically where I'm at. This, sorry. Right, like you can tell how these match. This kind of 51.8 and this 51.8. And as I first load in, like you'll see that this number is exactly my damage on my GK2, right? And so then I want to take my crit chance and crit damage, and I want to get to a damage with crit, and I'll put that right here. So this is my actual damage output. And I'll say final. And I'll say damage with crit is going to be this. And so the way that you do this is you say, in like other things I've done before in the past, like other types of games analysis that I've done in the past, the crit was calculated totally differently than the kind of base damage. The cool thing about this game is the way that crit is calculated is it's just the base damage, and then you add on whatever your kind of crit damage a kind of bonus is, right? The only thing that's going to be odd here is I might have to add a line for like class bonuses, which I'm not sure if I just want to include in this or not, right? If I if I go to this, let's just say that I pick here. If I look at this, like you can see down here, I have an extra kind of 5% crit chance and an extra kind of critical hit damage, right? So as I load in, I mean, like it's, especially if I pick this, I'm gonna have all this extra, kind of critical hit chance and critical hit damage. So, I think what I'm gonna do is, I may just add a whole new section here. So, and like the good thing is, I think, let's kind of play with it. That's a movement speed max. That's a movement speed dodge. That's a kind of critical hit. Over here, I have critical hit chance and damage and armor. Here I just have other projectile weapons, a weapon range. Okay, I have extra 10% damage as I take damage. I'm not going to include that in my basic first pass. Here I just have a range in reload speed, which I'm also not gonna cover in my first pass. Here is crit chance and damage, mining speed, status effect damage, at minus 30 damage. I know that's going to be interesting. Weapon range. Oop. There's nothing there with direct damage. Okay, here I do get extra 10% damage on specific guns. Alright, so the only two where I actually get an effect to my damage is on this maintenance worker and on the gunner. No, I'm sorry. On the driller interrogator, right? I mean, that's like a negative 30. And this one has a kind of plus 10, but only to these types of guns. And so for now, I'm going to ignore any types of bonuses to damage from a kind of class and subclass. And so I'm just going to include that in my notes here. And I'll just add this at the top. Notes. Ignoring a reload speed. I'm actually just going to make a big list here. We're also ignoring supply drops and overclocks, because as you'll see, those are calculated totally differently than everything else. It's probably going to have to be its own kind of data section that we figure out. And then we're also ignoring class and hub class effects. I'll come back in. I'll come back in to add my kind of crit impact soon. Okay. What else? Yeah, and so now I just need to kind of calculate my damage with crit, which is really just going to be you kind of calculate what your crit damage would be, and then and I'm sorry, I'm probably going to have to go ahead and include the crit chance and kind of crit damage because it's so big. And so let's just I'm gonna say to damage, I do include crit. And so let's go ahead and make our hub class area here. So I'm gonna say class and hub class. I'm gonna say class bonuses. And then I'm gonna say hub class. Okay. And let's just say crit chance, crit damage, and I need to add a player bonus. Oh, I'm sorry. Total class bonus. And total after class bonus. And then I just realized this was missing an S this whole time. Okay, let's grab these two and put them here. Let's add another row below. Let's add these two here and just say subclass and subclass. Okay. Let's merge these, merge those. Let's make this, I don't know, like a fuchsia. Let's make this like a, I don't know, orangey. Okay. That's too close to red. Let's make it more of a purple. Okay. So, I don't like how dark it is. Can we make it lighter? There we go. That's fun. Okay, so my class bonus is I got 5 and 200. Say 5, 200. And I want to get rid of my bold on these and add bold on those. And I don't know why this has so many, but let's just okay. So the problem is, I'll say total crit chance, total crit damage. Let's just make this DMG for consistency. Okay. Okay. So now, let's look at my subclass. I don't have any bonuses there, so let's pick that and then let's pause. Okay, so it is 52, 4.62, 30, and 6. So my clip size is 30, 4.62, and it's my base is 35. Now, this is important. This needs to be the default before I include any of my player bonuses. And if you look at this game, I already have a 48% bonus to my damage. If I had any bonus to my reload speed, my reload time would already be lower too. And so you just have to account for that, right? And so my critical chance is 17, because if you add these two together, right? And so I need to, I'm going to copy and paste this, copy and paste that. And I'm going to do these as well, but I need 4. And so it's going to be kind of crit chance and crit damage, and it's going to be total damage and total reload speed. Now, the problem with damage is it's not just additive. It's really, really wonky. Like I'm not even sure if I'm going to include this here, because it's just a number. Like, I'm not going to be like adding it as we go, but yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of nice to see sometimes because it helps, but yeah, I will go ahead and do I just want to total it up at the bottom? I mean, that might be nice. And then I can just have like empty gray bars in between. Yeah, I think I'm going to do that. So down here, I'm just going to have a gray section where I have just all of the totals. Like, if I say like 35, that's going to be 35. Yeah. I think I just want to change this to be okay, 28 plus 29. I can't do that though, because this has this really weird kind of calculation that happens in between. So I'm going to say a specific weapon upgrades, right? Yeah, I mean, like, this took forever for me to figure out, but and so I think I'm going to include this in this red. I must say computed damage. Bonus. And if I merge these, and then if I make this red, I think that should all align. Right, and that's just always going to be gray, because like whatever I type in here is going to filter down, right? And this and this should also be I should put this here, and I should merge these like that, and I should make this gray because I can't edit it. And then this is my yeah, I think I'm doing this right. And this is my total damage, and it's that plus this. Yeah, I think you'll see that this needs to be like a dark gray. I think you'll see that like these items in green here, I actually type them in and then all of these in gray are appropriately calculated and like display inside the interface, and they have like a really interesting effect, right? But anyways, so now I want to do a total reload speed, which I'm just gonna say is equal to kind of 4 for the moment, and I'm gonna highlight that in yellow because that's not complete by any stretch of the imagination. Okay. Now let's do a total fire rate, and I think I need a space in there. Okay. And so this is just gonna be like the fire rate from upgrades plus my base fire rate. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's exactly how that works. It's really straightforward. Oh, no. I'm sorry. It's my original fire rate plus my I apologize. It's my original fire rate plus my original fire rate times my bonuses. Alright, and so just say that this is a kind of 0% right now, and then if I get a 10% bonus, it increases, right? If I get a 25% bonus to fire rate, it increases. If I get 100%, it should be double, right? It's yeah, that's exactly double. Okay, and I mean that's the most straightforward kind of increase, right? That exists, and I don't think there's an all weapon bonus fire rate, except for that kind of pod drop thing again, which I'm sorry, the supply drop thing, which I'm not going to address at all right now. Okay. So then let's get into the crit chance, crit damage. Okay. So, kind of base player bonuses. Man, I don't even really want to touch the kind of reload speed. So I'm just going to make sure that's there. Okay. And so now I think that kind of if I do total crit chance, I believe it's really just additive. I just add this equals this plus my crit chance for the specific gun, or I'm sorry, for the all weapons, plus my kind of base stats plus my class bonuses, right? And so that's just it. Currently 17 because I don't have any type of upgrades here, right? 0%. Okay. And then I'll do total crit damage, and I just do equals my crit damage here plus here plus here plus here, right? And again, I'm gonna make this yellow, and so I fill it out, and I know I'm still testing it, right? And it's like we'll play around, we'll get some upgrades, we'll test it, and if everything's looking good, like we might complete it in order just to get the XP, or we might like end it early in order to test like a different thing with a hub class. But the idea is I will play, I will get an upgrade, I will then enter that upgrade into here, right? And so if I get crit chance, or I get crit damage, or I get like an all weapon bonus. I'm gonna try to avoid anything with reload speed, or that would like affect my fire rate. But like if I get like an increased equip size or something, that would be cool. I'm not sure there is anything that's in there, but and I just want to go ahead and confirm. I have 248 crit damage. 17 crit chance. A 4.62 a fire rate. A reload speed of 4. A total damage of 48 over here. And that all calculates down to my kind of damage output number of 51.8. Okay. I think I'm going to make these bright green so I don't accidentally type into them, and make these light green because that's where I'm going to be typing. But it's green because I think I have the equation correct. And I know I have these correct because that's just the base numbers. Okay. Okay. So now let's do our damage with crit real quick. And so like the way that it works is, anytime I get a crit, it's just my damage number times that percent, right? And so let's just say it's that times this, right? And that's it. I'm going to leave that there for just a second, and I want to go get a crit, and so I can confirm that it's 128. It's probably not even going to give me. I probably need a round. I'm just going to say round. And I need to put the D on it for it to be the actual formula. Okay. Because I found that all these damage numbers just get like hard rounded. So, okay. So let's play. Let's get a crit. Let's get some damage, some fire rate, some crit dance, and some crit damage. And let's start filling it out, and then let's confirm it. Let's actually get some increases here. Now, what did I just do? Oh, I always seem to do that. Okay, cool. So let's see if we can get some crits. Let's also get. I have the worst memory in the world. I want damage. I want all damage. I want crit. And I want crit chance on each individual weapon. I want fire rate. Yeah. I think those are the main four. I can fire rate, damage, a crit chance, and crit damage. Okay. So let's get to it. And I also want to confirm my crit damage is actually 126. So damage, so we're going to add 10 onto this gun. So the specific weapon upgrade is going to be 10. And so now my damage is 57, and my crit should be 141. Yeah. Oh, yep. It's a 57 and 141, right? All right, so we just confirmed our crit is calculated how we think. And so let's actually pause for just a second. I'm going to say crit damage, and I'm going to say average damage, and this is with crit. And this is basically just saying it is this plus my crit damage times my crit chance. Right? That's all that I'm doing there. Because now I can go into my a kind of damage calc. And now that I have this, I can I'm going to do my time firing per clip. This is my is it my fire rate divided by it's my clip size divided by my fire rate. So equals clip size I mean, that feels backwards. But I'm going to do it. That's a clip size divided by my fire rate. Let's just do it in 2 decimal places. So a cycle time is my reload plus clip fire time. Clip fire time. Right? Equals that plus my reload. Okay. Then it's already higher. Oh, because my reload time there was all different. So now total damage total damage per cycle is just my average damage times my clip size. Right? Yep. And then oh man. So my damage over 10 minutes is equal to yeah, like how many times can my cycle time go into that times my total damage per cycle, right? So 10 times 60 is a number of seconds in that, divided by my cycle time. And so that's how many damage cycles I get. And I'm gonna round this down, because if I don't complete a kind of firing cycle, it doesn't count. Like if I'm in the middle of a reload, and then I want to multiply that by my damage per cycle, and I want to get right, and I also want to get a comma on this because it's just helpful. Now I want to get my DPS over 10. No, I just want to get my DPS, which is basically I just get the number of seconds in that, right? And I'm just going to confirm. Yeah. So, and like it might be great just to say minutes to compute like on DPS, and I'm going to make this 10, and then I can make this a equation, that I can point to this, and I can make this yellow, and I can make all these equations gray, because they don't need to be calculated, or I'm sorry, they don't need to be touched, they are calculated, right? And so my DPS is just that divided by that times 60. It might be helpful to have like a number of bullets. Total kind of DPS for all bullets. Accuracy. A DPS including accuracy, right? And so like we would kind of fill that out, and we'd fill this out. So like right now it's just one bullet, so it's just that times that. Let's make this gray. And then accuracy, I'm just gonna say like 100%, and then we can dial it down, but it's just that. Okay, times the accuracy. It's like if you have something where you say like you're only gonna hit 25% of the time, like you can just get like a kind of general idea. So I think I can put that there, and I can merge these. I can call this something like the kind of damage outputs. Yeah, I think that's pretty nice. And if you can start computing this for like each one of your guns, then you can directly compare. If I get an extra 10% damage here, or an extra 10% damage over there, like what's my kind of bigger impact, right? So let's what else am I? Is there anything that I want to check here? I think I confirmed that my crit damage is 141. So we want, let's go ahead and grab luck. Fire rate. Sweet. Let's grab it. Let's go into here. It got 5.31. So if I get a 15% is now 5.31. You know, that impacts all my calculations here. I feel like my accuracy on this is actually more like 90. And so this is like a making a final output, right? But okay, let's keep on playing. I do want to pick that up because I would love to get some crit. And I'm also curious how like the like nitric powder or whatever. So I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna see if I can go like look it up real quick. So say a plasma carbine. Let's go look up on the official wiki what the damage is, the base damage. It says base damage is 30. It says the fire rate is 5. It says the clip size is 20, and it says the reload time is 4.3. So this is this. I'm gonna go ahead and put that all the way. Ooh, no, I do not want that all the way down. That's so gross. So that's that. That should be equal to that. Kind of base player bonuses, that should be equal to that. All the way down, I think. No, there's some change. All weapon bonuses should also be included all the way down. Okay. And then we start changing, right? Let's go ahead and copy these over. Let's go ahead and copy them for these other two as well. And I should probably have been more diligent here and added in the $sign on this. And so that I could go like this and then drag it over to. And then $sign, drag it down, drag it over, $sign, drag it down, drag it over, $sign, again, drag it down, drag it over. Okay. Now, all of this should be like gray because it's all based off the previous columns. Let's make it super light gray so that it kind of stands out. Like that. I'm not sure that's too light or not. And then I'm actually going to be entering these in. And let's copy all this over. And let's copy all this over. Like, is that gonna work? Now I need to make these all zeros. And then I think I can copy all these. Yeah. So, like, here should be the only thing that I should change for that specific gun. So, let's see if that bears itself out. So, 44, 5, 20, and 4 seconds. 44, 5. The clip size is up here. I should probably just add it down here because I'm tired of going back up. And then the reload speed says 4.3 online, but it's already at 4 seconds, and I don't have any other increases to my reload speed, so I think this is actually going to be 4. So the official wiki needs an update on that one. Okay. So let's keep playing. And we still want a damage, crit, and fire rate. Let me see if I can get these guys to mine for me. Let's see if I can blow it up. Blow it up, man. I'm gonna take the armor and crit damage. So let's just add onto this all weapon bonus 5% crit damage. That should change my crit to 144 on my GK. Here, let me freeze this top round. It should change my crit to be 144 on my GK and 111 on my plasma. So let's just try to keep an eye out for the crits. And let's add a 3% crit chance. So let's increase our crit chance for, this is for all, to 3. And so my crit chance should go up to 20. My crit damage, so I had 20 and 253, and so I'm looking for a 144 and 11 on my crit damage. All right, there's 144 and there's 112. Let's pause for a second. This is 112. I wonder if I'm rounding too harshly here, or if I'm getting a rounding on this. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I should not round here. Let's drag that across. Let's get rid of the rounding. But let's get down to like 1 decimal place. Okay. Cool. Let's get some fire rate. Okay. This is like a kind of cool a cool time. Like, I love to do okay, something like total damage for all weapons. Now I'll say if error, right? Or error. I forgot how to error check. It's been too long. I thought it was like if error or is error. Is error. Yeah. So if is error I'll just make it 0. Else, you do it. Right. And if I just drag that both ways, okay. Now I can just say equals a sum of these. Okay. And let's just make this blue as well. Okay. But this is kind of like the fun thing that I want to play with, is if I do a 20% fire rate to all, right? And so let's do this all. Oh, and so this is here. Let's make that yellow. Let's make this a 20%. Oop, a 20. If we make this 20%, I'm not sure if in the fire rate I'm including that or not. I'm including the fire rate. So I actually haven't tested this yet, so this is a great test. Okay. I think I'm going to go ahead and grab this, but like the thought is I could say, okay, like what if I got a fire rate of 25 on top of this? That would be 40, right? That's 416.65, right? And then compare that against a 15% a reload speed here, which is not very, which I'm not doing anything with reload speed right now, or this kind of 20% fire rate to all, which would be here, and I want to calculate. So I think I need to do this fire rate plus this fire rate. 6.4, right? I'm sorry. It has 6.24, and then like that one also increases to 6 from 5. Let's grab this and kind of see if that's actually my numbers. Yeah, I 6.23 and 6. So I'm off by 1/100th of a decimal, which is okay. Yeah. And then like that would give me a kind of increase, right? And so I could compare those two and say, yes, my increased fire rate across all gave me a higher DPS output than my like my higher increased fire rate on only this one, right? That's the type of damage calculator type of work that I'm actually kind of curious about playing with here. So sweet. I'm not sure if I can actually get to this drop or not, but let's try it. God, this would throw off all of my damage numbers. So I'm gonna take the XP. Yeah, I've found that the other supply drops I think are just in a totally different damage pool, or like they're calculated totally differently. But I'm gonna try to continue forward. So 10% damage on this gun. So here, add 10%. That should increase my damage to be 48.8, which would be 49 in the game with a crit of 124. So a 49 with a crit of At 124. Is that what I have? Yeah. So yeah, I think my damage and everything is calculating appropriately. I need to get some crit. Let's get this all projectile damage. So I'm gonna add a 10% onto my all damage. Blink like that. My all damage, and so then it should be a 62 and 53 should be my two numbers. So let's just pause. 62 and 53. I don't need to confirm the well, here, because I just noticed them. But yeah, like my crit numbers are the same still, because I haven't gotten any increased crit numbers yet, so I'm not too concerned about it. Don't hit me. Let's get some fire rate on this gun. Higgs 0.5, yeah. Let's get the heck out of here. I really want to buy some crit stuff. Either on the gun specifically. Oh. Let's do this. 30% fire rate to all. So let's go to 50. I mean, that feels like a huge damage increase, so let's take it. Let's just increase this. So, yeah, I'm curious if I just need to add a whole new area to this, but my my suspicion is after I click this that my damage numbers for this are always going to be off. So I basically got another 15%. I'm going to put it right here. And I've tried including it up here. I've tried including it here. Like, I've tried a couple different ways. But, like, let's go look at our damage now. 61 is my damage. And I don't know exactly where it put that. It's not over here. It might be right here, but now this number is like a weird 26, and it's not like it's not this 15. It's like a weird 26. Like, I think that this computed damage is now off of like a different number here. Like, in it, let's try adding 15% onto this. Yeah, see, that doesn't get there. Like, that doesn't make that 61. And it was only like what a 15% bonus. Oh god, I hate it when I don't like write down what the overclock is. But let me go see if the it was the kind of 15% damage. Yeah. It kind of 15% damage. And like, well, like how can 15% damage result in a 61? Here. Right. I cannot figure that out. So if I just give that back there, I wonder if I just like add 15% here. Nope. What if I just add 15% there? Nope. Only get to 60. And so it's not like it's not computed like the all weapons. If I added it here, yeah, that gets me to 58. Here, I have an idea. I'm gonna say that. That. This is gonna get like really messy. Equals that times that 22. And now if I add that here, 63. Nope, too much. I wonder if I add it onto my computed bonus. That's gonna be 60 again. If I add it onto my plus 22%. Oh, sorry. Equals plus this 63. No, too much. Yeah, I have no idea how this 15% gets included. Like, anytime you get an overclock, it throws off all the numbers. It's not very helpful. And I mean, like it kind of says 15%, but it just gets calculated in a totally different way. And like my damage increase from just this one weapon, it should be it's a 48. So it's like 36. So 21. Yeah, that's still short. Yeah, I don't really get how this number is being computed. Yeah. I don't know. But like my number on that's just gonna have to be off until I can figure that out. Like, only thing I can think is if I just wanted to add it here for the time being, it's gonna get me decently close. But it's really yeah, it is what it is. I can't really include overclocks right now. But this all reload is not really that great. And zero like reload sucks. Especially when you have any kind of reloads that are like, I don't know. I'll take this. I'll take that. Well, let's get more fire rate on this one, or more damage on that one. I think I like the fire rate here. Yeah, this is like a good time to compare, right? And so let's just say another 25% fire rate here is a kind of 586, and then a 25% damage on this is way higher, right? And so we'll take this damage, right? Like, that's kind of basically the types of analysis I want to be able to do, and then eventually just come up with, like, you know, some guidelines. It's like, if your crit chance is under this, you know, then like you should get crit chance if it's offered to you. If you're, God, I cannot believe I'm not getting any kind of crit information or like any kind of crit upgrades. It's a shame, because I really want to play with the crit numbers. Let's see if I have enough DPS to... I do not have enough DPS. Yuck. This sucks. Let's get some fire rate here. Oh, I haven't been including that, so let me do fire rate. Another 15%. I'm just gonna confirm my numbers. 8.77. Yeah, so my fire rate's off. 60 plus 30 is 90, so it should be 90 here. 11.9. Yeah, so these aren't calculated the same either. Yikes. Yeah, so the 30% here was being calculated fine and accurate, and now that I have this. Which is weird. I don't know where that's coming from. Oh, it's my all. It's my all projectile fire rate, which is up here. So I have 60 there, and I have 30 here. 8.78. Yeah. Okay. Whew. Oh man, creepy. Okay. Crit chance is 20 and 253, and so I should be at 62. Yeah. Okay. I'm good. Okay. Let's see if we can open this up a little bit. Golly. Playing terrible. Okay. Let's get this in 1000. And let's in 1000. And according to the wiki, the damage is 145. The fire rate is 0.5. Clip size 6. And the reload is 4, supposedly. If we go back to the game, the fire rate's already higher. It's 0.8. So this is incorrect somehow. Let me see. Fire rate 0 there. Yes, so according to the game, my fire rate is already 0.73. So let's just see if that makes it 0.73. No, 0.64. Nope, 0.5. 0.73. So there's something off with my fire rate. I do have 60. I mean, I'm gonna kind of quickly do some math on my notepad here, but if I do 60 times that, I'm just gonna kind of do it up here for my own sanity, times 0.6. If I add those together, it should be actually like 0.9, right? I don't understand. If I just do this, it's a 0.3, and if I add this, it should be 0.08. Yep. And why does the game then say 877 for this one, 877, 85 for that one, and then for some reason on this one 0.73 lower than for some reason that's counting only 45%. That's really weird. I'm going to take that as a note that I have a projectile, a kind of fire rate increase of here. So, and this is a total of 90, right? I'm going to take a couple of screenshots. Okay. I think that's a bug. I think that fire rate should be 0.8, but we shall keep on playing. I'm gonna grab this reload speed just to get the overclock. Now, again, this I think this is broken. I think the fire rate, but let's try to do it. So I add on 30 damage and I decrease my fire rate by 30. Right? And that just goes to 0. So this should be my outcome. Right? Like a 78 damage and a fire rate of 7.4. A fire rate of 6.14 and a damage of 81. Right? Like, what? It's gotta be its totally own a kind of pool of fire rate, its own pool of like damage or whatever, because it's totally different than what is actually displayed. Yeah. And like even this, like my damage says 228, and I feel like with the 10% it should actually be higher. So like there's some really wonky like kind of things happening, like whenever you get a I do want to get a 6% extra crit chance on everything, because that should upgrade my crit chance to 26. Is that right? Yep. Which increases my average damage with crit, right? So pretty sick. Right, now that all my damage numbers are messed up, I'm just going to go ahead and grab this and Let's get some health going. Let's also, like, I don't feel the need to track every little thing anymore. Like, I've already confirmed that my damage and my crit and everything appropriately calculates until I get my first overclock or my first a pod drop, whatever you want to call it, the supply drop. Yeah. Look at all these mushrooms over here hanging out together. Trying to sneak through here. Boom. 30 damage overall. Pretty cool. Be nice to be able to quickly loop around and get the get that XP from down there, but I doubt I'm gonna be able to. God, where's all the loot bugs, man? Haven't seen hardly any. There. Yeah, let's just try to make a quick breakdown for the bottom left. Get some of this XP that was dropped earlier, and then we'll kill the boss and get out of here. Let's get more fire rate. Of course, a drop pod is literally on the exact opposite side of this giant swarm of bugs. I mean, I kind of feel like there's a swarm incoming. It's just... I'm so greedy. Let's just... Okay. And I would normally just add this guy in, but it doesn't matter. He's just a extra. I'm gonna go ahead and complete the dive for the XP. I kind of wish I had not gotten an overclock, because I'm curious if you if like you look at this here, I'm curious if you can just add all this damage up together, right? Kind of 43, 45, and kind of 25. If you can just add all that up together, I'm pretty sure you can. But then after I've gotten this overclock, like this high caliber round, which if I look here, the high caliber rounds increases my fire rate by 30, increases my damage by 30. Pretty sure that my damage gets this really wonky 3% from like that overclock, and then my kind of fire rate is just really weird because I have a plus 60 here, but then it shows up here it's only a plus 1, because if you look at my calculator, I'm sorry, as I was originally tracking it, it was at 30. It went down to 0, but I think like this should have remained at 30, and then like another value, maybe like in kind of base player bonuses or something. It should have had like a minus 30 up here, and then that gets calculated into it in like a weird way. But yeah, like it gets super duper wonky whenever you get anything with ooh, that's fun. I don't need it, but I'll take it. Why not? Yeah, but long story short is what I'm saying is after I've gotten one supply drop or one overclock, like the calculator basically becomes absolutely worthless, because anything that I type in is going to be wrong, because there's like another damage pool that's being calculated somewhere somehow. So I'm gonna have to come back around to all that. But I just need to get to these final overclocks for these guns, because again, I feel like the way that it gets calculated is just so kind of so preposterous. Let's see if we can blow these guys up, get some. Let's do the pickup radius. God, my lag sometimes. I don't ever really stand still, but it doesn't hurt when it comes down to the boss time. Do you have this? Let's just see if we can get in here and grab this real quick. Oh, this is so dumb. Like, you're gonna see that my reload time right here, even though it says 4 seconds, 10% of that would be 0.4. So 20% would be 0.8, right? And so then 30% would be like 1.2, right? Yeah. I can't watch how much this reduces this by. It is not a 1.2. It's only 0.92, right? Like, it's not even close to the actual reduction that it like has on the upgrade. So I rarely get the reload upgrades, because even though they may be helpful, they're just not what they like, they're not the amount that they advertise. It's like a fake news, false advertisement, and so like because of that, I like rebel against them. I don't like getting them because of that. So, anyways, I will eventually get off my high horse about the problems with reload, but at the exact same time, I'm still playing the darn game, so it's good. See if I can grab this, and then the great thing about the flying bugs is their turning radius sucks, right? Like, you know, they're like in a big, like a Ford F-150 or something. Oh, there was a magnet. Oh, I'm gonna get this just for the levels. But I do like the damage. Sure. Yeah. I don't know why I haven't gotten hardly anything for crit. Really frustrating. Let's try to get the offhand or hide arm upgrade. Or like the magnet upgrade would be even better. But let's just go ahead and hop on. Let's grab it. Yep, there's the magnet. So we'll grab this, grab even more damage. I'm okay being squishy because we're on a low a low difficulty. That would be sick if I had 3 more. I don't care about reload speed. We'll like roll one more time. So this again, it'd be cool if I could see this down here, but I'm pretty sure when I add electrical, it'll just appear here, right? And I'm pretty sure this is just additive. Like it doesn't really help that much. It's exactly like if I got extra a projectile damage or extra kind of damage on just this one weapon, but yeah, we'll continue. I always feel bad getting the loot bugs. I do like the mining speed. I have a couple more levels. Let's get more luck, just in case. I think I can blow up a whole bunch of these guys. Watch this. Trigger them. Triggered. Fire rate. Ooh. I mean, there's loot bugs right in the middle of all this mess, too. It's fine. Alright, finally more crit chance. Oh. Let's take it. Let's take the extra damage. I can't break free. Oh, so good. I hope I don't have to get that, I think it's just outside. Is it? Yeah. We'll take the direct damage. Let's take the critical hit chance. Let's do... The fire rate's already at 100. And the damage. You know what? I mean, this is exactly why I'd like to do this. Like, if I do like a 20 here, that's 1032. Yeah, I think the damage. So nice. That's such a shame. Yeah. I wouldn't mind some health. I keep on bumping into these little bugs because I'm just absolutely terrible at this game. Here's some health. And some loot bugs. I am doing some killer damage right now, though. Let's see if I can kill him. Wow. Almost there. I don't think I've ever actually maxed out the plasma gun before, so this is going to be a first. I mean, hopefully we can get the overclock on both guns here in this last level. I can just go ahead and confirm it here. See, I don't like it when they don't tell you. It says like more bullets, less range. I don't really understand what that means, but I do understand the increased fire rate and clip size. I don't like this because I just did this on. So let's do this. Normally I'd like to keep all my nitra. Because I got the crit chance, like the nitra powder or whatever. But I wanted to ensure I got the overclock because I've just never gotten it. So. I feel like I'm doing some pretty decent damage here. Let's see if we can freeze them. Oh, got a little careless there. Was looking away. Whoops. Okay. I'm not finding any nitra yet. That's funny. There's always nitra in the loot bugs. let's go get this drop pod. Did not mean to release that elite yet, but it's okay. Oh, magnet. Oh, that would have been really nice to hold out on. Let's get some HP. Oh, this is so sick. Yeah, and the powder plus those goggles is so cool because you just start constantly critting and you get way more crit damage. Let's do more fire rate. Again, reload speed is super dumb after you've gotten your first couple of reload speed upgrades. After you've gotten like your basic couple, you should just never really do it again. Kind of want to just go and get the boss because I would like to take a break. So let's just get the boss out. He's gonna jump. He's gonna jump. Oh man, not really doing a ton of damage, am I? But it's gonna die. I mean, I've had way better runs where I did a lot more damage than that, but hey, it is what it is. I completed it. I confirmed that my damage, my crit damage, and my fire rate are all good until I get to overclocks. So, I mean, to me, that was a win. And we're just at 2 hours, so I'm gonna go ahead and call the end of this live stream. Thanks for watching. I hope it was insightful. I would like to actually get out this damage calculator here soon, but what I really need to do is I need to actually get all the base information for clip size, fire rate, reload time, and all that. I need to get all that in here, and after I have all that in here, I can then just have a drop down list, and as you pick your drop down list of your weapon, we will automatically populate this. Then I might do like a class bonus and subclass bonus where you fill that in. Then you can kind of type in these. I might need to just kind of make this more clear, where I'm gonna I go ahead and do this where I say so it was 30, so I'm gonna get rid of this and say I'm just going to make it more clear for our end users. And this one was also using C15, so I'll do a +1 on that. And carry it across. So yeah, I think we're at a pretty good place to kind of do this. I'll just make some drop down lists here and I'll autofill this, and then I'll kind of make a summary video and I'll put it out. I'll kind of highlight just this one calculator. I'll like add the link and everything, and then if anyone's interested, you know, just kind of add more questions, comments, and then I'll continue to work on the supply drops, the overclocks, and I really want to figure out the reload speed. I mean, that's one of the kind of biggest conundrums right now. But anyways, thanks again for watching, and take care. Bye.